Okay.
Got me by the nutsack.
No, you don't got me by the nutsack. Because I'm not talking about space. What if above us is the heavens, and what comes down here is aberrations, or whatever they call them, angels? I don't know what they are, but what if that's from there? It's not aliens, or flip-flop, and it is aliens.
It would be flip-flopped if it were. Okay, by the way, we're recording now, and I want to welcome everyone to the show. We were so engrossed in this conversation prior to the show that we're going to continue this conversation on. But welcome. If you like our show, please subscribe to our station. And then also, you want to comment, please comment. Okay, tell us what you fucking think about us. Okay, and we don't care. It can be brutal. It can be. You don't have to be nice. Don't be nice. No, we don't want you to be nice. Just put down what you're thinking. Okay, but back to what we were talking about.
Yeah.
If this chariots of the gods, if this chariots of the gods were true, then by God, they came from somewhere.
Right.
Where did they come from?
Listen here. What if about one or two guys come down and they were from another galaxy of some kind, and they came here and directed the humans and enslaved them to build the pyramids. Now that's a possibility.
It's a possibility. Then you're talking about the Anunnaki. If you look up the Anunnaki, those are the men. Those are the race that they say came down. Some say they were space. Some say they were from another world, heavens, whatever, and that they took the DNA from themselves and put it into the people that were here and made humans. Okay, this is Sumerian religion. It's not something that was made up. But if you read all the Sumerian religion, it makes more sense than than the Jewish religion, than the Catholic religion, than the Christian, than anything. Okay, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense that the Neanderthals were inseminated by aliens, which produced humans from that point, because there's no breaking bridge at that point. There's no bridge at that point from Neanderthals. There was nothing that progressed into humans more than from that time period.
Sure.
So if you believe that maybe possibly this came down from outer space, or came down from a different galaxy, or came from another planet out there in Never Land, and space is a real thing.
Okay.
As far as religion goes, as soon as religion was invented, they started killing each other. People started sacrificing. People said, "Oh, look, we're going to throw this guy to the gods."
Listen,
and this to the
you
gods.
can't blame that on religion. That's not anything. If you didn't believe, if they told you that this was purple back then, and you said no, it's fucking black, they would kill you. Okay, you can't blame everything back then on people's belief system. The problem is that with religion, there's too many beliefs. Okay, now if you strip them all away and you take it back to the earliest ones, now Sumeria is one of the earliest religions. Now this is why I did the research, because I stopped believing in religion a long time ago, because all they wanted was to know what I made and how much I can donate. Fuck off. Okay, first of all. Then it became less about God and more about money. So I researched back and I found old texts and old things that predate any other religion that make sense. And it is almost like a worldly, maybe it is an alien, okay? Maybe I'm wrong on the whole space thing, and I could be. But that's what I'm saying, is who the fuck knows? Nobody knows for 100% if it is alien, if it's heavenly, or whatever it is. I don't believe in the Big Bang. I think we were created by something.
Oh, that's dumb. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but that's okay.
You really think
it didn't just somebody with a magic wand said, "Here, let there be a planet Earth and make the humans."
That's the same thing as the Big Bang. An explosion caused life? That's fucking retarded. That's retarded.
No, it isn't.
I have an explosion in my toilet every day after Taco Tuesday. There ain't no fucking life growing in there.
We're still expanding from the explosion.
Bacteria growing in there. Trust me, there's bacteria growing in there.
The universe is still expanding from the explosion. It's so huge that it's still expanding. And And
I haven't heard
we
about
know
that. Where is it expanded
What?
to in our lifetime? Where is it? We actually lost a planet in our universe. So where is it expanded?
it's expanding.
Pluto became a non-planet. So now we lost a planet.
Well,
in our
yeah,
solar
but that was by human touch. That was by human emphasis. That was by okay, it's not big enough to be a planet.
It's
It's
all
not big
human
enough.
emphasis. All of it is. None of it is actual truth, pictures, this, that, whatever. I don't give a shit. People think they're real. People think they're fake. I don't think that we know the whole truth. I could be 100% wrong on the alien thing. I could be totally wrong. Okay. But so could you guys. And that's the thing I'm saying is that.
And we'll never find out. We'll
Right.
never find out in our lifetime.
No.
True. So listen,
We'll never find out the truth.
on another pointless topic, I have a pointless topic. It's a little game that we're going to play. Okay?
Okay, let's drag it out more. Come on.
Okay.
All right.
Here's the thing. You got 10 seconds to answer. Okay? And what you'll do is you'll answer the question with as fast as you can in 10 seconds. No lollygagging. And then I'm going to write you down and see which one you picked. And then at the end of it, I'm going to count them and then see who matches with mine. And if you guys tie, then let's say I'll be the loser. See, if you two guys tie with the same amount.
Well, we already know the facts, so that's something we can all agree on.
It's kind of like cards, okay? It'll all come.
Is Battle of the Bands? Is that what this is?
Yeah, the Battle of the Bands. That's what we're gonna. Guido left.
No,
He didn't want to play.
I didn't fucking leave.
Yeah, your picture's gone.
I was trying to change cameras, but it didn't let me. I don't know why.
Wonderful thing. All right. Okay.
You see how much I gave a shit about this in full effect.
Oh, you might have fun.
All right, go ahead. Start the fucking game.
Okay. Well, you're not here. I need to see you.
You don't see me still?
No.
Yeah. No.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Am I there now?
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name two groups.
Okay.
Either or. And you're going to pick which one you prefer in their prime of who you would pick. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here's the first one. Moody Blues or Pink Floyd?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd.
Okay. Now, okay. Celine Dion or Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Okay. Okay. AC/DC or Kiss?
Kiss.
AC/DC.
You like boys? Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. Edgar Winter or Johnny Winter?
Johnny.
Edgar. I prefer both, but
Rolling Stones or the Beatles?
the Beatles.
Wow.
9, 8.
These are going to be, some of them are going to be hard now, Guido. You got 10 seconds.
I have to say the Stones then. That's really like this close. But.
Okay. All right. Hendrix or Clapton?
Hendrix.
Clapton. We were tied for a while there.
Yeah, we were.
Diana Ross or Janis Joplin?
That's a tough one. Most people would say
Janis.
Janis, but I'm going to say Diana Ross because she had a much historic career.
Janis Joplin.
And I want a free BJ off of one of her songs. So
Bob Dylan or Donovan?
Bob Dylan, 100%, in my opinion. Did you pick?
Oh, what was the choice? Well, I'm sorry.
Dylan or Donovan?
My thing's all fucked up. What now?
Dylan or Donovan?
Donovan.
Okay, Jethro Tull or Jay Giles?
Oh, fuck. Jethro Tull.
Fuck, because Jay Giles, what the hell, dude? Now it's going to seem like I'm taking the opposite, you know?
Jay Giles?
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah, he's Jay Giles. I'm Jethro.
Okay, ELO or Boston?
Boston.
Boston.
Gee.
Which is a tough one, too.
Yeah.
Okay, Heart or Starship?
Oh, fuck.
Starship or Jefferson Starship?
Or Jefferson Airplane.
Yeah, Jefferson Airplane, Starship, the same.
Then if you're going to say that, then Jefferson Airplane Starship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you?
Yeah.
Okay, Savoy Brown or Van Morrison?
Savoy Brown for me.
Savoy Brown. Yeah, definitely. Better matchup for that would have been, if you don't mind me interrupting, better one for that one would have been Foghat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna include that. But this is gonna cover it all, okay? Alice Cooper or ZZ Top? Alice Cooper or ZZ Top?
Alice Cooper.
Alice Cooper.
Sheryl Crow or Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks.
Can I say I don't like either one of them?
No.
But if I had to fucking pick one, it'd be Sheryl Crow because I'm more used to her, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, Journey or Soundgarden?
What the fuck? That's like two opposite spectrums right there. That's like saying the Monkees or the Beatles or something. That's like, all right. Soundgarden and who?
Journey.
I have to go Soundgarden on that.
It should have been Rush and Journey.
But see, that's where the debate goes because Steve Perry is one of my favorite singers ever, but he can't compete with what I feel when I hear Soundgarden.
So Free Ride, what'd you pick, Free Ride?
Soundgarden.
Okay, Stevie Ray Vaughan or Robin Trower?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Okay, Deep Purple or Rush?
Deep
Purple.
Elvis or Roy Orbison?
There's no comparison to the King.
Elvis Presley.
Fleetwood Mac or the Eagles?
Oh,
The Eagles.
See, there again, because I'm a Lindsey Buckingham fan, so I'm going to have to go with Fleetwood Mac just during his time. I like the Eagles, but Lindsey Buckingham is one of my favorite songwriters.
All right, we'll get into that later. All right. Grand Funk Railroad or Steppenwolf?
Grand Funk.
Grand Funk.
Megadeth or Metallica?
Tough one, but Metallica.
Metallica.
Waylon Jennings or Willie Nelson?
Waylon.
I got to go with Willie on that one because Willie's still here and Willie's still smoking pot.
Yeah.
So, Free Ride, you went with Waylon?
Yeah. I like his music a lot. He's a great
All
writer.
right. Lou Reed or Elton John?
Elton John.
Elton John.
Okay, last one. Queen or Green Day?
Huh.
Oh,
All right.
Queen.
Here's how I'm going to say this.
Iconic Queen.
If you would have asked me before Donald Trump ran for office, I would have said Green Day because I liked them. But then they kind of turned me off, so I have to say Queen.
Okay, that's the end of it now. I got to add up the score. and see who's the minority of the two of us. See,
There's
then,
three.
I mean the three of us.
Right.
I was thinking that I can't lose because I already picked first, but whoever matches me is the majority, and if you guys match, then I'm the minority. See,
You're definitely going to be the minority, I think.
Oh,
I think so too. Add them
well,
up.
I
Add
have
'em up.
to calculate them.
Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking. Clock is ticking.
I'm gonna have to add them all up here.
Come on, add them up, buddy.
So when we go back and we talk about Guido, we talk about, you go ahead and add them up. Guido and I will talk.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
So
then.
Guido,
All right.
Guido, when we go back to the Beatles and the Rolling Stones,
Right.
okay, there's just way too many great songs from both those bands.
Right.
But I think through longevity, the Rolling Stones have lived on.
Right. I mean, songwriting wise, I would go with the Beatles, but then again, I wouldn't put the Beatles in a total rock category either, where I would put the Stones in a total rock category.
True.
Because, you know, the Beatles were rock. I'm not going to say they weren't, because they were, but they were mostly pop rock, you know, like,
Pop rock,
yeah.
Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. And I think had the Beatles stayed together like the Stones did,
Right.
I think we could have had some great 80s. I'm telling you, it would have been some great 80s.
Because the Stones weren't that good in the 80s. The Stones peak was when the Beatles, you know, the Stones, I look at, they were good in the early part of the 60s, but starting in 66, 67 is where they just found their own identity. And, you know, with Sympathy for the Devil and all that stuff. And in the 70s, with the Beatles out of the way, they were the kingpin. So, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Stones kind of blew it when they went with Public Opinion and went over to disco, and they tried to mix their blues with disco, and I think that it came off okay. But it wasn't their best work.
Well, it might not have been their best work, but it was their best selling work.
Yeah,
for sure.
They knew what they were doing business wise. That's for sure.
Definitely, and they were really, really successful from 1964 right till like 1984. Right. You know, right around then is when they started a little bit of decline. But for those 20 years, they were famous as fuck. You know, and it's still selling millions of records for 20 straight years. They were selling millions of records
and selling out tours.
Yeah.
Selling out tours. Every time they went on tour, they were selling it out. Yeah.
I seen them a few times. What is he? I seen him in 96 or 7 and 80 something. I can't remember. 88.
Steel Wheels tour. 97.
Yeah, it was the Steel Wheels. That's what it was. Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. Saw them here in St. Louis for that show. Yeah.
I saw
97.
Was
definitely.
The Traveler on that one?
Steel Wheels.
Yeah. And then I seen him in 80. It was for the oh my God, what's the only one? You're not the only one with Mixed Emotions album.
Some Girls.
No, that was no, maybe I'm thinking of a different album. I can't think of it, but it was like 89 or something like that. 90, you know, right around there. Oh, maybe this is
right.
What was it?
Let's see. We have seriously. We let's see. What was it? Steel Wheels tour was 1989.
Okay. That was
Steel Wheels tour was 1989.
And 97 or 6 was the other one I saw. 6 or 7, I know it was. It was Bridges to Babylon or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw Steel Wheels. That's definitely saw that one, and the Bridges to Babylon. I think it was tour.
Okay, here's what I got.
Okay.
Me and Guido matched on 16.
Yeah.
You and Guido matched on 16?
And Todd? Mr. Free Ride matched me on 13.
You're the minority.
I'm the minority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want my rights, man.
You know what that means?
Minority rights matter, man.
That just means you like shitty music.
That's what I was saying.
That's all.
It means I like shitty music?
Yeah, we had better taste.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, Greedo. I was telling Todd this yesterday. Yes.
There's his penis.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm done. See you later. Bye. Bye. I'm out of here. Yeah.
He's got
go
taste. He's got poor taste. See,
poor taste.
That's what I'm saying.
I got poor taste.
Well, you didn't match the king here, so you have to. I mean, I don't know how he matched me, but you know.
Well, because we both picked the Stones over the Beatles. We both picked Willie Nelson. We both picked Metallica's. We picked a lot together.
Yeah.
We picked a lot of shit together.
A lot of shit. Yeah. Okay. We had to. If we had 3 more than he did, so we liked 3 different bands. But then
fine. Okay, we played your little.
You and I took Johnny Winter, and he took Edgar Winter. See?
Yeah. See there. That's how you know.
There's a new news bulletin. There's a new news bulletin out. Now that we're done with your little thingy, that Vladimir Putin is on his deathbed.
That's fucking some propaganda if I ever heard that. Anything.
We're hearing overtones that he can't get up out of bed and that he's in really bad shape and his chemo is not working like they thought it might. And he's got blood cancer and it's killing him.
Maybe he's just got to shit.
Have a Vegemite sandwich then today.
You should have a Vegemite sandwich.
You have to go to the land down under for that.
Yeah. Hey, Free Ride, how old is he by chance and shit?
Vladimir Putin's 70, I think.
That's it. You're going to get targeted by the NSA now for searching his name.
I don't care. He's 69 years old.
Yeah. 69, dude.
69 years old.
Oh, well, that's old.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it, dude. I don't think
that's like your age, isn't it? Swizzle Cheeks?
Yeah, it is.
Swizzle Cheeks.
Yeah.
Wait, 67 now?
Yeah, 8 now. Gonna be.
You were born under a bad sign.
You were like 20 years old when I was born.
No, I got dealt a bad hand, but
he's still ugly.
I was born at the right time, but I just got dealt the wrong bad hand.
No, you just didn't use the hand you got dealt to your advantage.
No. I got dealt a bad hand.
I got dealt a bad hand. Some got aces and 8s, and he got 2s and 4s.
Well, I didn't get aces and 8s, but I didn't go home broke or anyway bad.
Well, some guys go to prison and they go, "Oh, they helped me, man. I would have been dead by now if I didn't go to prison. They helped me." I'm not that guy. Yeah, I went there and I regretted. I resented every minute.
And then some guys found ways to just fuck the system and not go back, like the billionaires.
It takes money to do that. That takes money.
See? Listen. Jeff Bezos didn't start with anything, okay? And he's the 2nd richest man in the world.
Yeah.
Elon Musk started off with not a lot, and he's the richest man in the world. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, all of them supposedly started off at nothing. So it shows it can be done. But is that true? Is there hidden wealth that we don't know about? Are those people were they always rich, or were they, are they related to rich people? There's a lot of conspiracies about that these billionaires.
Well, money can hide a lot of people's past.
Sure.
Adolf Hitler did the same thing with his birthplace, and he leveled the place.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I wasn't born here. I was born in Germany. I was a German.
When in truth, really, he was born in Austria.
He was born in Austria.
Mm-hmm.
And his
Right
mother was a Jew.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. And, you know, it's just crazy.
He had Jewish blood in him.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know,
and, you know, he said it in Mein Kampf. The people will believe a big lie before they'll believe a small lie.
Sure, he did. He did. You know, and the sad thing about that is you can't really talk about that on social media, you know, because in a good way or bad way, you know, and it's almost like, you know, people want to, you know, hinder free speech. Yeah. I don't mean free speech in the way like, you know, bullying somebody. Okay, I can understand if they get rid of that speech, it doesn't bother me. But if you're talking about your opinion on something, it should not be labeled as misinformation or anything. It's your opinion. You know.
Well, no, I agree with that. I completely agree with that. The thing is you can't talk about certain things without being lambasted for it and being canceled. Right. And that's got to come to an end. That's got to end. There's no gray area there. It's got to come to an end. And I don't, you know, they cancel people all the time, and it's like, oh look, I've got the power and you don't.
Right. And
that's so much bullshit. It is so much bullshit. I don't get any of that.
But they don't do it equally. It's not like they say, oh, okay, and I'm just going to use politics just for an example, because it's on everything though. Okay, the Democrat person can say this thing, and the Republican person can say the same exact thing, but they'll block the Republican one and let the Democrat one go out. That's the sign of censorship that's going on. It's only half-sided censorship right now.
I got some new news.
The left wants is free speech. Anything the right wants, they need to censor. Now, that's not what this country was built upon at all.
You guys matched together 16.
Well, what the fuck? If we match together 16 and you and I match together 16, something's wrong there.
No. And Todd and I matched 13, so that makes me the loser.
I'm confused now. Okay, so me and you match 16, and I match 16 with Todd, but you only match 13 with Todd. So that makes me and Todd the winners, yeah, because you're a retard.
Yeah.
It's Todd and retard now.
Yeah. So
okay, so
you lose.
I wouldn't say I got poor taste in music. I got different.
Or no taste.
Oh, really? Now it's I had poor taste, but you have different taste.
I know, he got up and showed his package and everything.
You lose, bitch.
He even got
you lose.
Bitch.
I just thought I'd tell you.
Well, that's at
least you came up with the truth. Better now than never at all. But yeah, me and Guido have excellent taste in music. That's why we do what we do.
That's why we do it.
I see.
Now this week's artist of the week is
Nothing More.
Nothing More, and I got to be honest with you, I didn't have any in my catalog, and I had to go get some.
Yeah.
So I had to go get some, and Mr. MTV is a good one.
Yeah.
Let's Go to War is a good one. So those are some good tunes from that band.
Yeah, they got some good ones.
They got some good ones. So anyway, so this whole story about Vladimir Putin, you think it's propaganda?
I don't know. I mean, I don't believe anything when I hear it right away. I got to check multiple sources because everybody just,
But I've been sick before and bedridden before, and I've come back to. He's going to come back. They said the same thing about Kim Jong-un when he overdosed on alcohol and he was all fucked up.
They did.
They did.
Yeah, absolutely, they did.
Yeah. And then, so I don't know. When he's dead, let me know.
When he's dead, let me
Yeah,
know.
we'll know it's for sure when they start pulling troops out of Ukraine.
Well, not only that, it could be propaganda sent over from there to say, "Oh my God, it's almost over because he's going to die," and he's probably healthy.
Everybody's in turmoil.
Right. You don't know. It could be propaganda for them to pull a fast one. I don't know, but who knows? If I just want to know the truth, like you said, if he's dead, if he's still alive, he's still in power.
That's right.
Yeah.
And for some reason, everybody in Russia is afraid of him. Like they don't.
Okay, what else is trending? Oh, men can get pregnant? Now what's up with that shit?
I don't know about that, if that's true.
Do you think men can get pregnant there, Showcase?
If you have the surgery to become a transgender man, yeah.
Don't be an idiot. That'd be like saying there's a guy with a magic wand that made the earth possible.
Don't be idiot. That'd be like saying a bomb blew up and fucking two guys stood there.
Yeah, and they walked out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And they walked out.
and created Earth. Oh shit! Look, damn! I used to be boom and used to be bam. Now we're the world.
Well, it didn't just magically appear. We know that. We know through I know that science is full of shit and all that crap, and you can throw it all out the window. But the Earth was not formed in its present state.
Spinning? Are you and that the universe is still spinning? That it's going round and round? And are you going to deny all that? That had to have happened by some force,
or by some fucking idiot that just made you want to believe it. There's no proof of that. There's no.
Well, what's the answer, Guido?
No, I don't believe that, and I keep telling him to show me the proof of that, and he can never show me the proof of us moving like that fast, whatever. You could show graphs. Oh, this is what it does, but you can't show it happening. You can't show it happening.
Yeah, you can. You can go. Okay, the sun is here. The sun moves over here. You can see it. You can see it every day.
You can't see it.
The moon moves at a certain speed too. Every day it's a different place.
So that means the Earth moves. What if the sun and the moon move? What if it's the sun? What if the sun and the moon is moving and the Earth stands perfectly still?
That's not possible.
Why isn't it possible? Why isn't that possible? Why is it possible for the Earth to spin, but not it to stay in place and the sun and the moon to spin?
No, we rotate around the sun.
That's what you believe. That's what you believe. I did not asking you that. I'm asking you, why can't it be that way?
And the moon is our satellite that keeps us in balance.
Answer that. Why can't it be that way? Why can't it be the sun and the moon moving, chasing each other and the Earth is stationary?
Moon moving.
Yeah.
Oh, you are flipped out.
Why can't
the sun? Because the sun is
it's what?
Stationary.
Yeah.
How do you know?
But it's not.
It's called gravity. It's gravity.
Stationary, man. But it's not. I think everything is moving,
but it's not. There's
our whole universe, the Milky Way is still moving.
Okay, whatever you think. Just like people that believe in God, people believe in that too. There's no difference in it. There's no proof that God exists, and there's no proof that what you're saying happens. There's none. There's not a video. There's not a picture. There is not a real live thing, just like there isn't of anything from the Bible. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong.
The sun moving is proof.
No, not what your eyes can see, past what your eyes can see. Prove that the Earth and the galaxy and everything moves like you say it does. And I'll shut the fuck up and I'll believe you.
Our solar system is just a bunch of rocks that are stationary, and what we see through telescopes and all that shit is all bullshit.
I don't know what it is. I have no clue what it is. They could be lights, they could be planets, they could be whatever. I don't know. But all I do know is that there's more proof of things that are make the earth not move than there is that make the earth move. Scientific evidence. I mean, you can look it up, but you won't, because you're just going to believe what you got taught in school and what you were spoon-fed your whole life. You will never, ever look for your own eyes and see the proof that's out there, nor will you find proof that we move. I'm telling you, you will never find proof that shows.
I've been to the planetarium, and they have telescopes, high-powered telescopes.
It shows
the
Earth.
Hubble
how can you look
telescope.
How can you look at another planet while you're moving 666 miles, flying through space, and how can you look at it so clearly and calmly like it's not moving? Tell me that. Because you're all moving at the same time, or
No,
maybe
no.
Yes.
No, it's all choreographed. It's all
No, it's like everybody on the freeway. If you're doing 60 and he's doing 60, you're almost standing still. These cars.
You could look at in that telescope.
So the pictures we get from the satellites that we have around Mars, that's all bullshit.
That is absolutely 100% bullshit. You better start. You know what you guys should do is follow Elon Musk, because Elon Musk gives you breadcrumbs on all the bullshit that goes on out there. This man has SpaceX and has proven that space is not real. I'm telling you. I'm not going to tell you the things he says, but go on Twitter and follow him, okay? He said he's
going to be the first man on Mars.
He did say that. And read everything else he says. I'm not going to go into it with you because we don't have the time for that. But don't just read what somebody says Elon Musk says. Go read what Elon Musk says in detail. Read it all, everything he read, and then you'll see.
I heard him on YouTube. He said that he was going to be the first man to put someone on Mars. So,
and then when you watch a different video, he'll say something else, and you got to watch everything because he changes his mind in 2 seconds flat. He's smoking weed on Joe Rogan, then he's against this, and he's that. I tell you what, I didn't trust this guy, but when he decided to buy Twitter and exposed it for what it is, showed me that he's fed up with this fucking bullshit too, of the lies and the deceit that's going on, right. And now Jeff Bezos, the second richest man in the world, is giving the Democrats a hard time. Now that's 2 big money players, the biggest, richest 2 men in the world, right, that left the left side. What does that tell you?
Tells you somebody's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They finally got smart. That's what that tells me.
Because there's lies out there, man. I can't get into all the lies. We don't have time for that. And plus, it's 2 against 1, and that's not fair. So I'll only get into the subject when I have another person that has some kind of beliefs that I do. They don't have to be identical to mine, but like when Tony's on or something like that, because then, I don't have to remember everything off the crisp of my head. These things that I've learned, I've just learned in the last 5 years of my life. The other side, I was talking about.
I do know that the sun is not going around us, because it goes down every night. It comes up in the east and it goes down every night, and it gets more north.
There's different rounds. What if it started here? Now watch it. What if the Earth is flat? And not flat, but let's not talk about the shape, because then we'll get fucking more arguments. The Earth is stationary. Say that. And here's the middle of the Earth. The sun starts here. And as it's coming out, it's going out, and it's going this way. And as it's going this way, it's giving you the perspective that it's going away, but it's actually just going this way, down. And then when it comes up, it comes this way. And as it's coming up, it looks like it's rising. Look at that. It's coming up now.
Hey. Are you listening to this guy's theory?
See,
I'm listening. I'm listening.
But that's impossible. But a hypothesis made by Isaac Newton when a fucking apple fell on his head is gravity, you believe, is moronic. And you're talking shit about me.
Well, explain why things drop.
I don't know.
Explain why this drops.
Okay, I don't know. I have no clue. But neither did they. They made that fucking shit up. It even says it's a theory. A fucking theory means we don't know the truth, but this is what we think it is.
Well, there's gravity on every planet, just to and the moon.
Why? Because the scientists said so?
Well,
Because
yeah, kind of. Kind of.
Show me the proof of it. Just because you're smart and have a degree doesn't mean you're right. It
Well,
doesn't.
they have measured now.
But here's another thing. If you're taught the wrong stuff in college and you're taught the wrong stuff in grade school, you're going to think everybody else is fucking nuts that doesn't believe that, because that's what they teach you. Who decides what they teach you? Not you, not I.
Not me, because I didn't go to school long enough for them to brainwash me.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, you did. Yes, you did. You absolutely did.
You sat in front of that TV set with me and your brothers and watched them supposedly walk on the moon.
Yes, you did. You were indoctrinated from the day you could see the television or hear the radio. You were started your indoctrination process. That's when it started. It always starts. Look at that. My computer even got excited. It always starts in the. If you watch old shows, old PBS shows for kids, and you'll say, you put them on now, and it's almost racist, okay? It's almost horrible. Why would they do that? Because they were programming, okay? They were programming the children to be that way, okay? Now they program the children to be transgender and to be one gender, okay? One gender, one nation. That's the fuck what's going on right now, okay? And they indoctrinated everybody all along the way. I forgot who said it. I don't even want to quote who said it, but they said history is always written by the victors. That means they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Right. I think they ought to do the history like it is and don't be like favoring one side or the other just because you won. You're saying, oh, this is all because we won and we're on God's side and this and that and
if you don't think it's all propaganda and it's all planned, why do they still teach in school that Columbus discovered America when there's fucking proof that the Vikings were here long before Columbus ever was born?
A long time before.
So why do they keep teaching this if they know that it's wrong? Explain that. Because it's part of their propaganda and their indoctrination.
So through your theory about
why do they teach Santa Claus? Santa Claus don't.
At the same time, Guido, you say that Christopher Columbus didn't discover America, which he didn't. He discovered the Americas, but not America. Okay, no. But at the same respect, everybody told him the Earth is flat. You're going to fall off the edge.
Yeah, and if he would have came up,
you believe in that theory that
it came up my way a little bit more, he would have went off the edge over at Niagara Falls, and everybody would have thought the Earth was flat.
No, they're trying to get some. Niagara Falls don't pour in; it pours out.
No, it pours in.
Okay. Anyways,
the St. Lawrence River.
Yeah, it does. That's what makes the whole river.
It pours right on in there. Yeah. It flows right out to the ocean through New York. Yeah.
That's what I said. It flows out. It flows out to the ocean. It doesn't flow.
I said if he was going this way and they went over the fucking thing, the other two boats would turn around and say, "Yeah, he went over the edge. I saw it."
Yeah. Well, there's no waterfall like that.
No, it's a beautiful thing, and it's a shame that it's in my backyard, and I've only seen it a few times. You know what I mean? It's like boring after a while, but it's.
It is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
It is fascinating if you don't live in it. It's just like me living here in St. Louis and the St. Louis Arch.
Right.
Look at the St. Louis. How the fuck did they build that? I mean, if you stood, Guido, if you came to St. Louis and stood under the arch, look up and go, wow, what the fuck? Who's the idiot that got up there and did that shit?
I know. I could never. I mean, I don't know. I haven't been there, but just by sheer looks at it,
they hired a bunch of Indians.
Guido, you know that the Niagara Falls was eroding and eroding, and New York fixed that, and they concreted all that, right?
Yeah, they shut it down in 1969. They shut the falls right down.
Really?
Yeah,
Did they?
yeah. Pictures of it on the internet. Completely. The American, not the Canadian side, not the big falls, not the horseshoe falls.
But you believe that because you've seen pictures, right?
Absolutely, 100%. Saw video and pictures. 1,000%. 1,000. That's what I'm saying, man. There's no proof. We're still dealing with the same, science is supposed to be progression, but we still have the same theories that some guy said hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, whatever. And we still stick with them. Why? When there's no proof. We stick with
when they say that a comet is coming by, and it comes by and we can see it with the eye and a telescope, and we see that shit. That's why telescopes are built. And the Hubble.
I'm not denying that shit like that happens, bro. Yeah, stars, whatever they are. I don't know what they really are called. Meteor showers,
all kinds of things that are going through space. Even we've even got a satellites that go around us, and you can see them with the eye.
Here's how I look at space. When I was researching it, everybody's like, space, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's a vacuum. It's this, it's that. Well, if it's a vacuum, why doesn't it suck, the Earth in? Oh, because of gravity. They just make shit up to answer questions.
No, the reason why it doesn't is, and I can attest to this, the reason why it doesn't is it's our atmosphere. Our atmosphere and the gravity of the sun keeps us in tow.
But how can you attest to that?
Well, because we've gone to the point where the science of the universe and the science of our solar system, which is more local. Let's just say the solar system, okay, which is all of our planets. There's Mars, there's Mercury, all of these planets that are out there.
We're getting closer to the sun.
This is fairly new.
Okay, this makes my point.
We don't get closer to the sun every year. It keeps us.
Yeah, we don't get closer to the sun.
No. We're getting closer.
No, we're not. That's like saying global warming is a real thing. But anyways, it goes back to my original theory about religion.
It's millions of miles away.
Wait, just wait a minute. You don't believe in the biblical creation of the earth, but you believe in the scientific evidence or creation. Okay, now just listen. Neither one of them have any evidence. They're both theory driven, both things, religious, Bible, science, all of it's theory. But one you believe, one you don't. Why? There's no proof either way to one or the other is what I'm saying. There's no proof that the Bible was right. And there's no proof that science is right because it's all theory, hypothesis.
If that's the case, if that indeed is the case,
you put a fizzy in a Coke, you know what's going to happen because science has already told you that. If you mix bleach with
we're not talking about that kind of science. That's okay. See, that's the other thing is why is everything what is science? Everything is science. It's not all science. That's chemistry. Okay. That's a form of science, but it's chemistry. I'm talking about about astronomy, space, none of that other shit. None of the stuff that you and I can do here on Earth and physically do and show you that it's real. That's my point. The things that you're talking about, putting baking soda and making shit fizz, is something that you can do and prove is real.
Well, I agree with you that's chemistry, but it's also science.
It is science, but what I'm saying is it's something that you can do, and you can prove that it does happen. Write it down. That's how it happened because I put the shit in, and it did this, so boom, it's done.
That's chemistry, yeah.
Right. But there's no proof. There's no proof of the other stuff, is what I'm saying. It's theory and hypothesis.
What about comets and stuff like that, and meteors and showers?
I can't dispute the stuff that you can see, brother. I can't dispute that. I can't explain it. I'm not here to explain it. I'm still trying to figure it out my fucking self.
So you're saying in our planetary system
We can't see.
are like us. We're flat. They don't rotate.
I didn't say
They
we
don't-
were flat, dude. I don't know what we are. No one's ever seen the Earth. I'm just saying I feel that we don't move. Okay, let's not get into the shape of the Earth because I don't know 100%. I don't know. Nobody knows.
I mean, it's just like the ocean, okay? The space is kind of like the ocean, where the ocean goes over the jagged rocks and it smooths them all over. And that's what space did over the millions and billions of years that it's been spinning, that everything has gotten into its shape. And you could see it all.
We've seen that. Yeah, everybody's seen that through time. Every scientist have seen that happen. They've seen it. No, you know what they do? They use mathematics. They mathematically do things. It's all about numbers. It's not about proof, bro. It's numbers.
Well, they take samples from the North Pole, deep samples, and they figure out what happened year after year and how long
you're talking about Earth. Now you're talking about geology. I'm talking about space. We're not talking about Earth stuff that you can do.
Yeah, but it answers some of the.
How can something on this Earth explain what happens up there? That's stupid.
Well, it could be explained. It could be, Guido. It could be explained that what happened to Mars. They're slowly figuring out what happened to Mars.
How are they figuring that out? Because again,
they figured out the reason they figured because they found the same mineral grade and the same configuration of the soil from Mars to meteorites that hit the Earth and that have landed on the Earth.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know what you're going to say. That's what they tell you. Okay.
Right. I'm going to tell you that because
there's proof. There's moon rocks. They got moon dust.
I'll send you some clips. Somebody was suing one of the astronauts because they gave them a moon rock for a Sotheby's auction, and they had it examined and said that it was a common stone found on Earth. Okay, look it up. See, that's the thing is you guys don't want to look shit up because you're afraid that you're gonna have a little bit of doubt.
I'm not scared.
You can go. You can go to the Smithsonian and see moon dust.
Sure, you can do it. You can see. I could put the fuck whatever I want in there, dude. Come on. Really? Oh, look, that's moon dust. That's real. Oh my God, I got this fucking from Mars, dude. This shit'll make you high as fuck. Come on. It's some dust in a box. How do you know that's moon dust?
There's meteors that have hit the Earth, and there's meteors. People have them, and there's some in museums, and they know
meteors are way different than moon rocks. Okay, meteors hit the Earth. They were here. Yes, I can't deny that.
Yeah.
They were here.
And they got craters. They got craters and shit under the ocean, craters that caused the ice age, that changed the Earth. And the Earth has changed all along, and it's still changing. In a billion years,
now Africa is gonna, do you believe that portion of it at least?
There's some of it. There's some validity to that. Definitely, the Earth does change because it's just like, we all get older.
The theory of evolution.
Oh, that's just a theory. Okay. Again, it's just a theory. See, that's what it is. Maybe it is the right way.
But these skulls that they're finding are identical to the way they describe these different types of people that lived on the planet. And did humans live on this planet at the same time as these other?
But they only show you the skulls.
No, we didn't even have humanoids. There were no humanoids on the Earth when there were dinosaurs. There's no humanoids on the Earth.
We've been here a blink of an eye. We've been here a second.
The story of caveman is all bullshit. No, the story of cavemen are bullshit. Man came when mammals were roaming the Earth, not dinosaurs. The dinosaurs were way before humanoids. What caused that change?
I don't know. I can't get into that.
We don't have an answer for that.
No, because there's research how many dinosaur bones were found in the world ever, and then research how many bones of giant human beings that were found, and you'll be surprised that they suppress all this information. I'm telling you, man, there's a world of information out there, and you need to get it and find it before they censor the fucking internet, and you'll never see it again, and you'll be blind for the rest of your life. I'm telling you. It's just.
I'm already blind to it all. All I know is from what they taught me is it may be right, it may be wrong, but I haven't seen anybody actually disprove it.
No, but and I'm not.
You can say I need to prove it to you, but prove to me that it ain't.
But
I'm
you
safe
can't.
to say,
But that's the whole thing about a theory, is you can't prove it right or wrong. It's somebody's opinion, bro. You can't prove my opinion wrong. You can only say that you don't feel it's right, but you can't prove my opinion.
Well, prove to me that you're right, though. Prove to me that you're right.
In which way would you like me to prove it to you? I can't prove it all to you.
Well, I mean, prove to me that the sun and the moon revolve around the earth.
Well, that again was a theory. See, we're talking about theories. There's theories both ways. I don't know that. Just like I don't know that what they tell me is the way. Because if you research it, there's no real photos. It says all composite photos, all of it. Because they look with numbers type things, and they get this numerology thing, and they figure it out. It's all number based. I'm telling you, it really is. No, that was my point. You can't go find anything and prove your point, just like I can't go and prove mine. But that doesn't make yours right, and that doesn't make mine right or wrong.
No, right. No, and that's where I agree with you. See, and that's why we're still buds, because I'm not going to come out and say your fucking theory is full of shit. Well,
so is yours,
right or wrong.
Right. But that's what the debate is about.
Proven right or wrong.
Yeah, and in this topic, there's no way for either one of us to definitively prove the other one right or wrong. There isn't any. It pretty much is pointless. It pretty much is pointless. It's just an argument.
Conversation. We just wasted 40 minutes of our time.
No, it's not pointless in a way, because it's good to get it out there. But the thing of it is what I was saying in the beginning when we started the show, is that science is almost like a religion. Okay, there's even a religion based upon science called Scientology. Okay, now
True.
We just believe what they tell us, just like Christians and Jews and Muslims have to believe what their Bible tells them. There's no proof that happened. They have to believe it here. And it's true, okay? It's the same thing. You have to believe it, and it's true.
We have to believe in science.
Right, exactly, is what I'm saying. There's no difference. There's no difference. So for him to say somebody to believe in a God or a creator or a higher being, and then somebody to believe in a scientist's word, there's no difference. It's blasphemy. It's stupid to put anybody down with that. I'm not going to put you down for believing those scientists, because that's what they were trained to tell you. Plain and simple. Plain and simple.
Right.
When you go to school, you learn what they want you to learn. Plain and simple. When you learn on your own, you find out what you want to know. And that's all I'm saying. Just open your eyes, look out there, and believe what you want to believe. It doesn't matter, because we live in a world that shouldn't care about what you believe in. There should be no boundaries on what your thoughts are. There shouldn't be. We should only prosper off of each other's knowledge. And instead of proving everybody wrong or right, we should just take a look at what people say and say, oh, let me look into what they're saying, but we don't do that. Not just on this subject, on anything in religion and politics and anything in the whole entire world. It's either I'm this way and you're that way, and that's it. There's no middle ground anymore. Yeah, there's no middle ground anymore in the world. And I used to be part of that middle ground. I used to be that guy that would teeter to both sides, and then I went strictly to one side too. So it's like, what happened in the world that made us all leave the middle ground? Yeah,
because they don't leave room for middle ground, Guido.
No, they really don't. They
don't leave room for a middle. There is no middle ground. Mm-hmm. You're either for something or you're against it.
Right.
You're either against something or you're for it. I mean, there's no gray area. Either you're with us, there is no, and we don't allow for that. And which is sad. It really is sad that society doesn't do that.
I always thought that there should be 3 candidates run. There should be Democrat, Republican, and Independent.
I believe that as well. I think that we need another viable political party in this country. And it's time. And don't tell me that Bernie Sanders is a friggin' independent. He's not. He's a fucking socialist. And he ought to label himself as a socialist. Had he labeled himself a socialist, he could have run under the Socialist Party.
Sure. Now he's labeled as an independent, but he ran as a Democrat.
Right. What's up with that?
Yeah, I know.
It's like can't win.
Yeah.
He can't win. There's no way he can win. And no one like him can win. It's not going to happen. Not in this country, not in my lifetime.
Bernie Sanders is actually a decent human being. He's not that bad of a person. He's just not that smart, I don't think.
Oh, I think he's pretty smart. He got a shitload of people to follow him.
He did.
He did get a shitload of people to follow him. And everybody said, well, what's wrong with socialism? Well, you know what? I had a conversation with a Bosnian one time, and I said, well, we're going socialist. And he said, well, what's wrong with that? And I turned around and looked at him, and I said, why aren't you living back in Bosnia?
Right.
And he didn't have nothing to say. I said, you want to live in socialism? Go back to your home country. I don't want to live in socialism. I don't want to live under that. That's not who I am.
Ask the folks in Venezuela and how that went. Ask the people of
old. It's going great for him now because Biden's going to buy a shitload of oil from him.
Yeah.
Dirty oil, nasty fucking unrefined, nasty fucking crude.
Yeah.
Bubbling crude.
Yeah, the black
oil. American oil. Fuck that. God forbid we should get some American oil going around here.
I think
you're gonna buy that horse shit from them. You're gonna buy the horse shit from the fucking Saudis, and the Saudis don't even want to do business with you.
Right.
They like Trump.
Do you think? Here's a question. Do you think that all of that $80 billion in aid that we sent there is getting used for that war?
Hell no. Hell no. No fucking way.
5% of it will go to that.
That was all we sent them. Everything's surplus. We've already we've had innovations to go beyond what we sent them.
Right.
We've got weapons the Russians don't even know about.
Right.
Supersonic my ass. We've been supersonic for the last 10 years. They're not fooling me for a fucking minute. And all the money that went to NASA and all the money that's going to the war in Afghanistan and all the money that went to the war, and that all paid for that shit.
Yeah. I think Swiss cheese over there is looking for proof for me.
No.
What
are you doing? Oh.
Yeah, he's been quiet ever since we stopped talking about that.
He's trying to wrap his head around it.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, okay? I was so excited when I got to see space shuttles launching when I was a kid. And, I was in Star Wars, man. I fucking still got R2-D2s and robots and everything. I fucking bought into the whole thing, too. I did, man. I was Luke Skywalker. I was going to fucking go on a starfighter. And I wasn't going to be in the fucking Air Force. I was going to be in the, the starfighters, man. And I bought it all, too. I did. And then when I started researching, when I was out of work a few years ago, and I really had nothing to do, I started doing some research, and my whole world changed. And, a lot of the stuff you probably can't find anywhere because it's still being suppressed. But there's still a few websites, like Rumble has a lot of stuff.
Right.
But I don't know how long they will. But they do. Rumble's got a lot of stuff on everything, dude. They got stuff on, like, how thing in Russia, in Germany. Lots of
YouTube banned Dan Bongino.
Yeah. I know. That's why I go on Rumble and watch them.
Yeah. And there's a few others that got kicked off of YouTube.
Yeah.
Netflix damn near failed, but then they sent out a letter to all their employees. We're going to stop with this woke bullshit, and we're going to start putting movies on that people really want to watch.
Good.
So we're going to get rid of that shit. And
I said the woke thing is going away.
Yeah. Well, they also said that they're going to bring in an adult section for Netflix where you have to be 18 years or older to get into.
Well, don't cancel the Netflix.
No shit. So it's all woke bullshit. It's all fucking. If you go on to Netflix, the shows that are on there are all fucking. They're all about transgender. They're all about the gay life. They're all about Black Lives Matter. And finally, the CEO said, "That's it. I've had enough."
Well, you know what? Those places, okay, you can make those things, but make it for everybody. If you're going to make those, make something for me. Make something, like a Rambo style, whatever. Make it for everybody. I'm not saying people shouldn't have the stuff they want to watch, but what the problem is the majority of the people aren't woke. It's only a small population, but they're the loudest.
Weird too, man. They're all weird.
They're the loudest. They're the loudest. That's why. Look at Disney. Disney lost their ass being woke. Disney lost their ass being woke.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They used to be their own city in Florida, and they made their own laws. Not anymore. You want to be woke? They took it away. Okay, I mean, the woke thing is going away, and especially in November when the House flips red and the Senate and the Congress flips red and the Senate flips red, and a lot of the governors turn red. Damn.
Okay, I just figured out on our game that we played earlier.
Okay.
That there was 6 free rides that nobody else matched him. He just picked the 6 out of the crowd. Okay.
What are those 6?
Right on.
Huh?
What are the 6?
What are the 6?
Oh, the 6 that he was all by himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So it's let's see here. Edgar Winter.
Oh yeah, that's a stupid choice.
The Beatles.
I won't pick on that one.
Joplin over Diana Ross.
You picked Diana Ross?
I picked Diana Ross.
You picked Diana Ross?
Yeah.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Jethro Tull. Todd picked Jethro Tull over Jay Giles.
Well, Jay Giles is cool and all that, but Jay Giles is okay. Go ahead. He didn't put out 1/8 the albums that Jethro Tull.
Jay Giles didn't play a skin flute.
Free ride took.
He played a harp. He played a harp. He played a harmonica. He
Are you listening?
What? Go ahead.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks over Sheryl Crow, where he and I picked Sheryl Crow.
Okay,
so one-winged dove.
See, I'd fuck. Now, who would you rather go to bed with?
Sheryl Crow.
You'd rather go to bed with Sheryl Crow?
Yeah.
Than Stevie Nicks?
She
the
looks
young Stevie Nicks?
The
young Stevie Nicks.
But Sheryl Crow looks like a sexy tranny.
Oh, you also took Waylon Jennings over, and he and I both picked Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Waylon Jennings started the Black Shirt Committee.
Yeah, but then Willie Nelson came in and said, "Listen, you guys got your shit. I'm gonna come in, kick my foot in, and be a multi-millionaire." Willie had more hits than them all did. I mean,
that's true. That's true. But still, Willie Nelson.
You got Guido. You got 4.
Those are probably really good bands.
4 that are different than everybody's.
And what are those for?
Kiss.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let's see. Clapton.
Okay.
Okay.
Joplin. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Dylan.
Dylan, yeah.
You took Dylan over Donovan.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it on that. There's only 4.
You're talking generational too. Now you got to remember.
Right.
When I grew up, my dad was the biggest Eric Clapton fan in the world. So all I ever heard around my house was Eric Clapton. Okay.
Right.
So for a long time, I didn't even know there was any other guitar player. you know, and same thing with the Donovan Dylan thing. I didn't even know who Donovan was at one point in my life, but I knew who Dylan was. So,
Right.
you know, you guys were right there when it was happening.
Donovan reached his peak in 1970.
Yeah.
Donovan
Okay,
was
and
done.
I got 2. I matched with you guys on everything except for 2.
Yeah.
One of them was Moody Blues, and the other one was
Floyd.
Yeah,
Over
no,
Pink Floyd.
that's pretty crazy.
That's crazy there.
see what else did I do? Oh, I picked Robin Trower over Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
not a choice either.
That was a hard one, though.
I took Lou Reed over Elton John.
What the fuck Lou Reed do? I mean, okay. I mean, Lou Reed was all right. He you know,
Velvet Underground.
what? Yeah, but
Lou
did
Reed was awesome. No, I'm not thinking anything. I'm thinking, you know, when we think about this stuff, we're thinking of who would we rather listen to?
right.
Okay, and that's the question. Who would
I
we
don't
rather
think
listen
I would ever listen to purposely a fucking Velvet Underground song. I would maybe purposely listen to Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed, which is a good song, but I don't know much Lou Reed I would
Everything
play.
else he does is better than that. That song is kind of overplayed and kind of sucks. It's kind of gay. All these other shit, Heroin, all the fucking Beautiful Day, you know.
In my opinion, I think Iggy and the Stooges were better than the Velvet Underground. You know, that from that time period. I'm more of an Iggy Pop fan. If you would have put Iggy Pop versus him, which would have been, I think, a much better comparison, you know.
Yeah. Well, Iggy Pop would have got my vote. I like Iggy Pop. He's halfway between punk and rock.
And Lewis.
Yeah.
He's a little nuts.
He was really good, especially after I saw that Elton John movie. That really turned me off of Elton.
Well, well, listen, that's the way society is at the moment that movie was made, okay? If that movie was made 5 years before, it would have been totally different, okay? And it sucks. But if you forget about anybody's personal life, a personal life shouldn't be involved in your music decision anyways. So I could put Elton John's greatest hits on and listen to the whole thing a couple times in a month, where I don't think I could do that ever on a Lou Reed greatest hits. Does he even have a greatest hits? I mean,
yeah, I could.
No, Lou Reed's got. I mean, him and Velvet with Velvet Underground, and then his solo stuff and all of that. I mean, he's got some good stuff. I'll grant you that he's got some good stuff. But I think that when we're talking Elton John, we're talking his early Elton John. We're not talking his. You know,
in his prime. In his prime.
Well, and that's what you said in the very beginning, in their prime.
In
their prime, I think Elton John was a better musician, and I think Elton John had a better twist on music.
Well, what about Stevie Ray Vaughan or Stevie Ray Vaughan or Robin Trower?
Oh, see, I took Robin. I mean, Robin Trower's. That's another generational thing, because a lot of people like your guys' age always talk about Robin Trower, and I don't think he sucks, but I don't think he's anywhere near Stevie Ray Vaughan. But I grew up listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan, so again, it's a it's a
generation thing. But I still think that Stevie Ray Vaughan was a better guitarist player. Mm-hmm. He was a better guitarist than Robin Trower.
Now, like if you would have said
about that, I don't know about all
if you would have put Savoy Brown in that category.
Walls and Bridges. Let's see, what was the name of that album? The Walls and Bridges. No,
Bridge of Sighs.
Bridge of Sighs, man. I mean, down, 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 and then what do they got? Stevie Ray Vaughan's all the same, all the time.
I don't think you've ever really listened to Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. He was good with other groups, but his music, I heard a couple of his songs, but they all sound alike. If you took his albums,
I don't.
I think it wasn't
I think he sounded different on every album. I think his last album that he did do was what brought if you listen to music in the late 89, 90, it was really blues oriented.
Yeah.
And that had a lot to do with him.
Right. Johnny Winter, all them guys with the slide guitar, the slide and all that, and the bluesy sounds, rhythm of it. And it's all, it gets boring after a while.
Music that came out in the late 80s, like you had like 89, you had the Black Crows coming out that was really bluesy.
Your little sister with Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Yeah, and then Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, his last album he did was almost like a poppy blues thing, if you can, you know, or not maybe poppy, but rockin' blues. And it was the first time that rock radio started playing his music, was his last album right before he died. And he was onto something. He just didn't get there, you know. He had a couple more albums. He would have been a much.
Well, that's why I picked Robin Trower, because he had music that not everybody liked. He had a certain crowd of taste that people followed him. You know, it wasn't, you know.
Yeah, but as far as if you look at it, but now if you base it upon sales, then Stevie Ray Vaughan would kick Robin Trower's ass hands down. Stevie Ray Vaughan.
But we're not talking about sales. We're not talking sales or money. Yeah, so I picked him over that.
And that's great, because that's your choice. I mean, and everybody should pick their choice. Just like I said with the Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix thing. Can I say Eric Clapton's a better guitar player than Jimi Hendrix? What? No, I can't fucking say that, because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
But for what I grew up listening to, I didn't get into Hendrix till a little bit later, you know. But from 5 years old, I can remember hearing, you know, Eric Clapton continuously. So you getting back, like, just like I'm sure, like, I know you said your dad listened to country music, right?
No, he listened to like Sinatra. He was
okay. And I'm sure some of those songs you like, even though you don't like them, you might still like them because
Sinatra,
Fly to the moon.
Right.
Let me
Frank
dance among
Elvis.
And you wouldn't necessarily found that on your own, you know. But you did because your parents listened to it. And that's the same thing. Like my daughter, she's 15 and she wears Kiss shirts and, you know, Motley Crue shirts. And, you know, she's into the stuff that I was into at her age, you know, which is really cool. So because
you're well versed in music.
Yeah.
So
I lived through everything.
You know, yeah, you lived through it. You've been through it.
Yeah. It's a, you know, it's funny too, because then when she got into high school, like she started having her own musical listening, and I'm hearing stuff come out of her room, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so fucking horrible. But I don't say nothing, because I'm sure that's what my dad was saying when he heard my shit coming out of the room.
So I scored this game 6-4-2. So I figure I lost.
Yeah.
You lost a long time ago. You, buddy, like long time ago.
You suck.
Yeah.
You really do. You suck, man.
Anybody that picks, you know, that shit, fucking.
Dude, you suck.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know a good song would jumped up and bit you on the ass.
Do you know what one of my favorite Elton John songs is? I always forget the name of it, but it's something about I think I will commit suicide tonight or something like that, or I can't remember. Elton John. It's like an obscure track on his what album is that? The one with I think it might be Rocket Man album. And it's or no, it's the one with Take Me to the Pilot on it.
Take Me to the Pilot? Yeah.
On that album, but that's not the song I'm talking about. Let me see here. I'm gonna look it up. But there's an Elton John song that this is the song that actually got me into liking Elton John, because I just liked the song, and I don't know why. And it wasn't a hit. And you know, isn't that funny when you listen to songs and you like them, but some other people think like, well, that's the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah, I got probably a few of those on the weekend.
Yeah.
Every Sunday I play a couple that say, what the hell is he playing? And I'll be sitting there going, yeah, that's a great fucking tune. Yeah, we all have different tastes. I mean, I can't say that my listeners enjoy 100% of my songs, because that ain't true. That's not the truth.
No. Well, that's the thing is we're supposed to be as a radio personality. You play what people want to hear, but you also are kind of like an influencer too. So you have to play songs that you may think they like, or introduce something new. And that's the tough part about it when you're doing a fucking radio show is you don't want to play all the hits because people heard that shit over and over.
Right. No, right. That's why I play the B-sides and the more obscure shit that doesn't get played.
Right.
I try. Yeah. There's a few songs that I'll throw in there that were popular, but they weren't number ones.
Right.
A lot of songs out there that never hit number one that are fantastic. Joe Walsh, Rosewood Bitters. He does a much better job with Rosewood Bitters than even Poco does. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's one of the best songs he ever did. But a lot of people say, "Well, what'd you play that for? Why didn't you play Rocky Mountain Way?" Because Rocky Mountain Way got played to death. Right. It got played so much that what the fuck? I don't want to hear that. It's just like playing a Led Zeppelin song on my show. I'm not gonna play rock and roll. I'm not gonna play Stairway to Heaven. I'm gonna play Come Home to Me. I'm going to play other tunes, Hangman. I'm going to play songs that didn't
Gallows Pole.
Huh?
Gallows Pole.
Gallows Pole. Fuck yeah. I'll play that stuff, but I won't play the number ones. I've never played in my entire career as a DJ have I played Stairway to Heaven, and I won't.
Right.
And I won't play Freebird either, so suck my dick. I play Freebird. I ain't doing it.
The song that I was talking about Elton John is off the Honky Chateau album, and it's called "I Think I'm Going to Kill Myself," and it's a song that I heard when I was younger, and I was like, "Oh, I like that song." Like it really hit me, It was, and it's not like you think it's a tongue-in-cheek type song. It's not morbid or the title fools you on what the song's really about,
Right. Maybe he was wanting to kill himself over writing the song because it was so hard to write.
But it was such a good song. I liked it that I explored, more about him because I got introduced to Elton John in probably the early 80s. And so I had to work my way back a little bit, and listen. And so I would buy records at garage sales and stuff. And
one more stat on that. We all picked 9.
Okay. That's pretty good. Out of all those bands, we all picked 9?
Together, yeah.
Well, that ain't bad.
Yeah. You guys, you listen to me, you have better taste. But anyways,
anyway, I think we've blown this one away. And
I believe so.
Hey, there was a total of 24. So we picked 9 together out of 24.
So about 40%.
Not too bad.
About that.
All right. Well, we've beaten this one to death, I think. I think we're about done here. And any last words before we go, guys?
No, I had a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good show. I think we had a good time there. Remember to tell a friend about us here at the Freaking After Dark show, and make sure you subscribe to kgfrocks.com. Comment down below. We don't care what kind of comment it is. If it's bad, it's good, it's whatever. And you guys want to comment, please comment and let us know what you're thinking. And we'll just go from there, okay?
Especially if it's about Swiss cheese, please.
Yeah, especially if it's about Swiss cheese, yeah. So if it can be evil too. If you want to throw something nasty at us, go right ahead. We can take it. And we'll talk about it on the next show. All right, we're out of here. We're done. See you later. Adios.
Bye. Oh, shit.